Welcome to the Quantum Wisdom Download series. This is my episode 1. It's to the topic that is dear to my heart. That's what brought me to the awakening journey, is that obsession of manifestation, the obsession of how to live the life with ease, how to step into abundance, how to feel the love. This is one of my recent journals. As you could see, I have stacked up quite a bit of them, and it's just in the last 2 years, all of them. So there is a lot of things that I have accumulated that I am eager to share with you. This particular one is from my journal from this month, fresh off the press. There is nothing fancy about this video. I'm just reading you what I wrote, exactly how I wrote it, so that the message you will receive is unique to you. I'm not gonna give you my interpretation because my truth might be different than yours, and it's absolutely okay. If you're watching it with your partner, he or she might experience it completely different. And for all of that, there is no right or wrong. It's whatever feels right there for you. So I hope you enjoy it. And with that, let's begin. Now, the next point of the discussion: what do you need to do to bring that desire of money energy flowing from its source of origin into your reality, your I am world of creation of your daily life? It is not the demands of daily life that govern the flow. Thus, asking for money to flow to support such activities is fruitless. Thinking to be rich is misconstrued concept when it comes to tangible outcomes. As you find out, or soon will, the activation of money energy is laughable because it is not yours to command, but merely invite into your world. Abundance, which is the field, a living entity that rules money's volume, the perfection of its flow, is the same amorphous concept as love. You didn't need the definition given to you what love is. The same applies to abundance. You either feel it or you don't. And as with love experience journey, so is with abundance. We first are born with knowing we are all love and abundance. These are intrinsic elements of the field's intelligence from which we are woven, connected to, and sustained by. It is the field and our inexplicable connection to it that supplies these feelings and sensation as perfect levels for harmony and peace. It is the field that is at your command to turn the dial up or down on the faucet of the abundance and love to support the journey of your I am presence. In other words, it is you who are in full control of feeling it and experiencing it. Though through our formative years, all forms of programs and beliefs and experiences get piled on top of the purest essence of knowing, and depending on the magnitude and thickness or density of the events, the knowing they experience can be all but forgotten. But since it is the very fabric of what we are woven from, we quest to find it, to experience it, and as soon as something experienced, a person, an event evokes that memory of what it feels to be loved and abundant, we, with our logical minds, grasp to the notion that love and abundance is out there, in the command and control of other people's desires, moods, and attitude. Then, depending on your chosen path, you're either slammed into your face with people and events that will remind you brutally and honestly that it is fruitless to look for love and abundance out there. In other words, depending on your chosen highest path to awaken or not to these realizations of inner capacities and truths that where the traumas in love and business come from. In my case, I was hammered with such brutal intensity as to wake up sooner than later, so to have a longer run in the physical reality to live my purpose from this heightened sense, feeling of connectedness to the inner reality that we are all in command, and it is always in you, the feeling of love and the feeling of abundance. I hear you might be saying that this is nice and poetic, but what am I going to do while my love experience is this dense murkiness of wanting the love and the money to show up from somewhere out there? This is a natural feeling in your evolution. It is fruitless to whoosh it to go away. Accept with self-love that right now, even with this seed of understanding given, you still looking to the outside to be provided and supplied for. The minimum start is to create the clarity of what it is you desire. Pure, not pure as saint, but pure as of unique to you, untinted by fears and influence and opinion of others. Desires that are congruent to what you want your path to be. That is probably the hardest and most critical step. Not to sound cryptic, but the next one is to accept as is world of yours as perfection, to recognize, accumulate evidence that you do have all the resources you need to fulfill your desires. These resources might be in the form of a neighbor, a mentor, an article, or a podcast you listen, a contemplative practice or journaling you do. The answers emerge through those activities. They're not filled with doubts, and maybe they will be clear, at least for a few moments, until installed programs of self-doubt, not enoughness, creep in. Being observant is probably one of the least used tools, yet most powerful on your path to turning up the volume of love and abundance in your life. It takes days and weeks to master this present and observation technique, even though it requires only 5 minutes of your time a day. Once it is a habit, then you can turn to shedding the programs off that dim your life, and then it is easy to step into the essence of I am and operate from there. By taking active step of trusting you are the field, you are the one that commands the flow of living matter and not non-matter to manifest in perfect harmony all that is needed in your world to feel united. Here you have it. Being present, it's one of the themes that I seen throughout over the last couple of years by downloading the different quantum knowledge that I receive. That knowledge is what I transcribe into daily reminder, kind of a mini course of mastering the presence that I invite you, if you're interested, to subscribe in my description below. In 2 weeks, I'll point out every single day little small activities that you can do in your normal busy life without changing your lifestyle, of how to invite presence and being aware of your surrounding. And that little teeny shift of 5 minutes a day presence creates an extraordinary ripple effect. And then what I read to you, that presence and acceptance of as is and not fighting, makes sense. And it's doable. We'll move on to the next in series about what God energy is, what different names are, and if you're triggered by it, as I have once been, hopefully it will help you.